I'm not going to hold the potential messages. It says hold potentially inappropriate messages for review. Why ever would I do that? Okay, here we go. Here early. I have everything together. I am the calm little center of my own world. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's happening? Woo! I may have done like a slight amount of pre-gaming in terms of marijuana. What's up with being organized bullshit? Oh wait, hang on. I remembered that I could. Did I mess it up? I didn't. Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like trying to drag, like click and drag. Because remember last time it was like I couldn't see it. Oh, is that a bar? What do I do? Across there? I don't understand this. I wish that there. Okay. I got it. There's a whole thing on here where like it cuts off your comments, and that's, now I'm high. Anyway, the point of the matter is it was a weird day. It was a weird day. It was a weird day. It was a fun day, but like I met new people today. So that happened. It was a thing. I left the house. So thank you for saying that I look lovely. I appreciate that. And that you like my hair. I also appreciate that. I'm trying to get like a, hey, Tammy, I seen you today. I saw Tammy today. I met Tammy in person today. So that was exciting. That was exciting times. What are you doing?
He's got maneuvers.
You're not, are you trying to sneak? I can still see it. Anyway, he was just trying to sneak around the corner. Anyway.
Sneak away from the camera.
You can't be seen on the camera.
Yes, I can. It's a camera.
Oh my God. I think meeting me in person, it would be really cool too. So that would be cool. Anyway, I will have a story before we get started. I have a tarot story of something that happened today. Okay. Here's my tarot story. Every day I pull like 3 cards. I pull them and I go, hey, what do I need to know about today? And then if I don't like it, I'm like, it's fucking fake. So today I pulled the cards, right? And I was already having a day where I was kind of catastrophizing a little bit about everything, like any little thing. It was like the whole world is falling apart. So I pulled my cards, and the first card I got was the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So I was going to have bad luck. And I was like, that's bullshit. I don't like that. The next card was Death reversed. Oh, I'm going to have bad luck caused by my inability to change, or my inability to blah, blah, blah. The next card that came up was the 7 of Cups. I was like, okay, so I am going to have some sort of inability to change, some sort of, that is going to cause me bad luck. And it's going to, and it has to do with having, of making a choice or, whatever. And I'm freaking out about this because that sounds pretty fucking major, right? So I'm driving to my writer's group. Me and my Baba are driving to my writer's group. And I went past the road that we usually take to take a little shortcut. And Baba said, well, aren't you going to go that way? And I went, oh gosh, yeah, I missed it. Because I could have stayed on the road I was on. But going that way takes you like 3 miles out of the way. And maybe it might be a little, but we have our shortcut. And there's usually nobody over there. So I stopped and I turned around and I went back the way that we always went. And it turned out today that the largest off-road bike race in the country was happening in Yankee Springs or over by Hastings. And so all the roads that went across the road that we needed to go on were closed off for cyclists. So you had to sit at these like police, barricades and wait until the biggest off-road bicycle race in the country passed by, and it zigged and zagged. And it took about 45 minutes to get to a place that would be about 20 minutes away. And it was infuriating. And the first thing I thought was, God damn it. Here I was thinking that these cards were giving me some major thing. So sometimes it's not a major thing. Sometimes it's a little tiny bullshit thing. And what it was telling me was like, you are going to make a bad choice based on the fact that you are very stuck in a routine and you're not flexible. And then you're going to, but that's not what I saw. What I thought was earth shattering, cataclysmic, giant thing. And it was just like, hey, dummy, there's a bike race, you know, with wheels. So that's my story time for the day. That's my story time. There'll be other story time too, because I have something else I want to show you that's really goofy. But the first reading we're going to do tonight is about someone I'm going to refer to as the Walking Dead. And to give a little background on this, the Walking Dead is he's in a situation where, you know, he may be taking advantage of the people around him. So we're going to take a look at the Walking Dead and see what's going on with him. Okay, and I know a little bit of background on this, but I won't go into great detail. This is just another one that I'm doing for a friend, an in real life friend, because we are far apart and cannot do this. I know we could Skype, but I'm afraid to Skype, so it gives me a lot of anxiety. All right. Okay, that sounds good. All right, tossing these down. Okay, so here's what's going on with Walking Dead. Okay. Yay, Amanda. I'm so glad that you're done with that nightmare of the house thing. All right. So he's hit kind of the end of the road in terms of going anywhere, doing anything. There's no, he's in a day-to-day. He's living day-to-day now. It's one day at a time. No real thought about any steps that will come next. This may be due to, I mean, it is due to conflict, because this is what crosses him, is conflict. So, and this feels like more of a conflict. This feels like more like a conflict, not necessarily of like it's with something outside, but it's not with people he knows. Like he is, I know that he's in conflict with you, person that I'm doing the reading for. But this is conflict with people he doesn't know. But is somehow involved with. The ultimate goal or destiny card is the Queen of Pentacles. And questioner, I believe this represents you. His ultimate goal is just to keep taking from you. The Eight of Cups, he's walking away and leaving stuff. You know, it has to do with somebody's name. And that's what the alias is about. There's the person that I'm asking about has the same name as a character on The Walking Dead. So that's why I'm calling him The Walking Dead. But walking away from things because they're not exactly going exactly how he wants them to. That's the past. This person's also a reader, so she can keep up. She was just asking for an outside opinion. Oh yeah, this is how I do a reading for another reader. It's not terribly detailed. I just go, hey, this is what it is, because they usually know. And when I go see readers, I do the same thing. The first thing I do when I go into a reading, as I say to the person, I'm a reader too. So you don't have to break it down Barney style for me. Like just, show me what you got. And it's really cool. It's kind of fun to be around like-minded people. You know what I mean? Okay, so The next card, the Three of Pentacles reversed. He is rejecting help. He is rejecting guidance. He is rejecting teamwork. He is rejecting anything like that. I mean, this fool has like so many problems, and all he wants is the financial bailout, basically, from you. As a result, he's going to go off the radar. You're not going to hear from him for a long time, like a long time. So here's what we've got going on. All right. Yep. So here's what's happening on this. Tarot reading is absolutely fun. It is absolutely fun. Okay. So, the state he's in right now, I'm actually interpreting this as, I mean, there may have been a breakup and he may have heartbreak, but I think it's just heartbreak in terms of, because like it was like the Three of Swords, I would be like, it's, like heartbreak. I don't think it's heartbreak so much as it's just self-pity or something like that. You know what I mean? And there are a few books based on tarot that I think are really interesting. I only do tarot readings for my characters who would do tarot readings. Like I used to do tarot readings for Penny when I was writing first time, and not necessarily what's going to happen for them, but like if Penny got a tarot reading today, what would the reading she get? Would it be, and it was always a little spooky. Sometimes it was spooky because sometimes it was spooky. Anyway, he's keeps thinking the ship is going to come in. My luck's going to change. Things are going to go, whatever. And he is terrified that your charity is going to run out. He is terrified. Okay. So, yeah, that he thinks I think he knows that he's coming to the end of the gravy train, I think the ultimate thing that it's going to take him is he's going to need people to set like the hardest fucking boundaries. He's going to need to get to a place where he is reliant on himself. This doesn't necessarily, to me, this coming up where it's at is like in the 10th position there is like, it's not hopeless. It's not like he's never going to get anything turned around. He just needs definitely to correct basically everything. This is all going to basically come down to whether or not he gets what he wants, which is to continue to get like financial help. I don't know if you are, if you're giving him financial help. We've never really talked about the money thing. We've talked about other aspects of it, but it's it definitely seems like his ultimate goal is for you to take care of him and take care of all of his problems. And it's not going to work out. He needs to just fucking suck it up and stand on his own. And whatever he's got going on with this conflict and the end of the road thing, that's going to need to be the catalyst. So I hope that helped. And if it didn't, tell me, because you can always just tell me. All right. All right, so I want to tell you guys that are talking there about how it seems hard to do tarot and to do readings. I have been doing this since I think I got my first deck of tarot cards in 1996, and then I went through spates of like, that's for the devil and all that stuff, like, on and off for years. But it's not as hard as you would think. I was trying to explain what if you learn the spreads and what each position of the card means in a spread and what that card is telling you in that position, okay? And then you read them all together, you get, you think about it. But I was trying to explain to my husband, I'm looking for the card because he wanted a reading. And I hate to do readings for my husband. I hate it because I don't want to know if something bad's going to happen to him. which is weird because I'm fine with doing readings for me, but I don't want to know if something's going to happen. But I was going to show him a card because I was trying to explain. Oh, we were watching Sabrina, okay? And there was a tarot episode in the second season of Sabrina. So I showed him this card and I said, check this out. I said, these are people who are chained to this bigger evil. This is a symbol of bondage. But look, their chains are really loose. They could take those right up off their heads. Now, what's the first thing you notice in this picture? Oh, there's a cross in this person's hand, and the cross has something to do with it. It's literally, you look at the card, okay? And like the first thing that you notice, you think about why you might be seeing that. And that's how I do it. So, you really can't. Divination is not as hard as it might seem. And you don't have to be magical and whatever. But anyway, I did a reading for my husband, and it called him out on something that he has, like a bad habit that he has to change. And this is causing a source of stress. And then he called me a witch, and I don't know. So there are tons of spreads, and you can make up your own. I sometimes make up my own if I can't, if nobody else has written one that makes, like there are traditional ones, but yeah. Let's see. Wait a minute. What'd somebody say? I'm trying to read on that. I'm trying to catch up. But I can't because I am not in context anymore. Anyway. The Starman deck. I just saw that today. Tammy, actually, when I saw Tammy today, brought the Starman deck, and I looked at it, and it's very interesting. And I think you could get a lot out of it for intuitive readings. I don't know. I'm on the border between whether or not the visuals on it are like too like wow for me, like too like overstimulating, or if they are what do you call it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, here's how I met Tammy. She lives in the city where my writing group is, and so she came in and tried out my writing group, which I helped found 10 years ago, and we're in our 10th year. Is like an official fucking everybody get together and have lunch and listen to talk about mythology. Oh, and this is the other thing. Oh, I'm throwing cards everywhere. So, yes, you should join officially. I mean, it's $25 a year to get a program every month from a good speaker. So, it's pretty cool. So here's the story. At my writing meeting today, my friend Kaylee got me a present, and some of you may know that I recently finished writing a book called Where We Land, and that will be out in May, I think. And anyway, the hero is just kind of slightly a little bit, maybe tiny bit inspired by my crush on Ed Sheeran. Now, we're not talking, we are very heavily inspired, okay? But I put, he's not a reverse Santa. Mr. Jen calls Ed Sheeran reverse Santa because he has red hair and like Snow White skin. And then he comes to your house and he takes your presents instead of leaving them. Anyway, because I wrote this adorable ginger cinnamon roll hero, I made him probably much nicer than a successful pop star would be in real life. But he's not a pop star either. He's just a broke college guy. Because I was slightly inspired by that, my friend Kaylee made me a custom pop figure of my character Daniel Ebbing. She put a lot of work and a lot of heart and a lot of artistic skill. You see, she just put tape over where it said his name. But I was so excited for it. So anyway. Oh, if you are, in fact, many states away, and you ever do find yourself in Michigan, somebody just on a whim, another internet friend, just on a whim happened to be in Michigan visiting a friend. And when she found out when the writers group was, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be there, you know? And so then she's like, would it be weird if I came down and visited? And I was like, hell no. And so she came down and we like saw each other today. And it was just, she just happened to be in town when the writing meeting was going on. So if you just happen to be in the area, you know, in the Grand Rapids area or in Michigan, closest to Grand Rapids sometime for a reason, just come to the writers group. Everybody will be happy to see you, even if, you know, you're just there to hang out, you know? So yeah, so that was nice. That was nice. And I'm glad I put on makeup today because I took selfies with people. Well, not selfies. Somebody else took the picture. And then Brown and Green took the picture, and then I took the picture of Brown and Green. Burping. We're already there. Man, I did not blend very well today. What happened, Bronwyn? What happened? That happened. Okay. I have to do this on my phone. You know the drill. You know I'm not good at this. You know I'm not good at live streaming. Okay. So this person says, I've run into quite a moral dilemma with illustrator Nathan Pyle, creator of Strange Planet. He tweeted supporting the March for Life, which, as a fierce pro-choice advocate, is a real sucker punch. Right? Twitter has become super polarized, and I've read a bunch of super toxic stuff from both sides in the comments. However, his comics aren't related in any way to pro or anti-choice. I don't know whether I should keep reading them or not. I guess the question is, when is a problematic source too problematic to engage with? Other than this point, he doesn't seem to be conservative in any way and released a frustratingly vague statement about the whole affair. I'm just at a loss for what to do. On one hand, MFL is a horrible, March for Life, is a horrible movement trying to deprive people of their rights. On the other hand, his comics aren't related to that, and he hasn't expressed anything similar. So should I keep reading? Arg, this feels like a prisoner's dilemma. Oh, so many people. I've heard so many people say this. This when this is going on, you know. Oh my God, it's early in the night for me to be at that point, isn't it? But here we are. Okay,